At 100, we do the cold plunge. At 500, Juan and Phill make out.
How about you make out with Phill?
You know what? How about this? We'll work our way up. At 100, Juan makes out with me. At 200, Luis makes out with
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
At 300, Leo makes out with me.
And at 500, we all kiss at the same time.
Bro, you guys are gonna... You
I've been on
fucking
this. I think
cloud-chasing whores are gonna, like, end up at, like, a circle
Four-way
jerk
kiss.
at the end of this.
4-way kiss.
All four of us at the same time, just quick.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be possible without any of you guys at home. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Let's give the people what they want.
This is.
I don't think anybody wants to see that, to be honest.
You'd be surprised.
Honestly, I think we just went up 4 subscribers.
Those big YouTubers, they forget about their subscribers, not us. We're going to personally kiss
Not
them.
us. We put him at the forefront.
We're gonna personally give you hepatitis.
Not like
Mouth
a
to
whole
mouth.
make. I was thinking of, thank you.
Yeah.
A token of appreciation.
Just and then you say, thank you.
Just a small town kissing booth.
And then you pass
Yeah,
along.
we're not weird. What the fuck?
Yeah, what is this?
Luis's dad, thank you for subscribing.
He turns the cheek, you turn his head back. Now lip to lip, motherfucker.
No, bro, come over here. Let me show you how much I appreciate the follow.
It's like, bro, give me a little tongue, bro.
Welcome to Bro Taste This.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another exciting episode of the VYV podcast, where we break down food, wine, news, and our childhood trauma. I'm Luis Pablo. Joining me today, Phill of Golden Corral, Juan Legend, and Leo in the South Wisconsin BTT studio. Today on the docket, we have some news about: is the food industry dying as we know it? Are some of our internet celebrities scumbags? And we're going to help Juan create his new drink list. So cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you got a little glass yourself? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What is that, cranberry juice?
We're drinking the exact same wine.
Lioness.
This is delicious. And that
Oh, wow,
wine
this
for
is-
today is Barolo. Italian
Barolo.
wine.
Barolo.
Barolo. Like Rolo. Bo-
And cheers to everyone drinking at home as well.
Wine, water.
This particular one is called Albe. It's a Barolo variety. It's produced by G.D. Vajra, which is, again, G.D. and V.A.G.R.A.
I mean, it's just right off the bat. By looking at this bottle, you can tell it's artistic. It's got a nice, beautiful layout to it, right? Very, very nice. And that's just the bottle. That's just the outside. Now, once we dig into the inside, woo! It's like a slip and slide down your mouth. A slip and slide of pleasure. Just the smells of it. Well, this smells like dishwater. But if you if you move it around,
If I had a clean glass, it would smell differently.
You gotta look at the
If I had a soapy, scummy glass, this would smell a lot better. Bro, are you okay, Luis? You're like puking over there, bro.
he got the wrong dish soap.
Should we call Adriana to check up on you? Bro, what is wrong with you?
There was a sparkling water on the kitchen table that I thought was so good, and it was not.
Oh no!
Sparkling water made you have that reaction?
Hey,
Dude, it was
Stale.
Dude, it's rancid. It tastes so bad.
Did you leave it there for 2 months?
I think it was there for overnight, and I don't know what.
God
I don't know what got
damn,
in it.
bro. What the fuck?
How does sparkling water go bad? Does it just
oh
go
my
flat?
God, it goes flat.
And it just becomes water.
Yeah, it just becomes water, you fucking
This one
baby.
tastes so bad.
Dude, we're using this video and making fun of you. People need to know how sensitive our little baby diva queen is over here.
hey, he's got an upset stomach. All right, we've all
Oh
been
my
there.
God.
He's got a sensitive stomach.
Was it
Bro, he's got IBS, bro. He's got IBS.
He's got IBS. What flavor was it? Maybe that's the.
Was
the
it
issue.
coconut? Did it taste like
it was
Coppertone?
Strawberry. No, can you not see it?
No, it's a little close. Strawberry something.
Oh, the
Strawberry
carbon.
guava.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Maybe it was something else. Take another drink.
Yeah, take it again.
Take another drink,
I think
bro. Just
if
try
I
to
take
confirm
another
it.
sip, I think I will throw up. So let's not do that.
Let's
You're
not-
almost
let's
there
not
right
go there.
now.
Yeah, I seriously thought I was gonna throw up. I'm like, oh, it's not.
All right, let's break down this wine though, boys. That was a little.
yeah,
that was a
please,
beautiful
please.
little distraction.
Yeah, that cheered me up a little bit. No offense.
Yeah, Phil, what did you think that tasted like?
Definitely better than strawberry guava. I'll tell you that just by the reaction of our co-host Luis. This particular Abel from Barolo is. I do like the taste of it being very cherry. It's juicy to your mouth, so like it doesn't really leave your mouth dry, right? But it leaves it wet with like nice notes of cherry, some nice notes of like palm maybe. It's in that berry family as opposed to like
Fair.
that dry grape.
Yeah, like looking at the wine, you're expecting it to taste like that, like raspberries and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very light, beautiful, like garnet color, but you can see through the outside pretty easily. You can basically see through the center of it. It doesn't have like a lot of purple or dark colors in there. Almost just a beautiful light red. But what I was gonna say it tasted like was like, to me it tastes like pink peppercorn and hibiscus. Like it's earthy,
Hibiscus?
bro. It's earthy. It's like to me it's not. It's like very earthy for like a light bodied red, and it's acidic, just like a hibiscus tea would be.
And interesting to know about this one. This was voted the 48th out of 100 wines in 2019.
By Wine Spectator.
Yeah, and that's essentially another Jeff Bezos hedge fund. So.
Shut the fuck up. Save that for the news section. There you go. Nice job.
But this is a really good wine. I would have to recommend this. This is another delicious red blend.
Again, that's called Albe. It's a Barolo by G.D. Vajra. Leo, being our novice wine drinker, what did you think about it?
This one I really like because some wines are like really bitter or some are like super sweet, but this one's like right down the middle.
Yeah.
Where I was like,
It's very light and approachable,
and
right?
the most sips I take, the better it gets. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah. There's like a certain vinegariness to it about it.
What type of grapes is
Like
this?
a really good balsamic.
This is Nubian grapes or Nebula?
I believe that Barolos are a regional blend, so I couldn't tell you what the grape varietals are in that. I would have to look it up.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like usually a mix of like 3 or a few different number of like red grapes. That's usually how the Italian varietals go, right, Luis? You being more of our Italian expert.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
Like
I didn't
with-
catch the first part.
We were talking about how Italian varietals are usually like a blend of a few different grapes, like Barolo, Tuscans, stuff like that.
So I was trying to pull up the wine, but I couldn't find it because I couldn't find the exact name. But essentially, it comes down to like 4 different grapes. Like let me look it up.
Yeah, what would you think is in a Barolo blend?
A Barolo? It's typically the
And you can look it up. We can talk over here about it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Leo's totally right. Super light. I bet this would be great with like a light, maybe like a pork. Maybe like a salmon. This would be amazing with a salmon.
Definitely something from the New World as opposed to the Old World. I would definitely pair that with something.
Yeah,
from the
of course.
Definitely.
great.
Definitely not some European food. That's old world food.
That's Old World. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need spice in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a good corn dog.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Something that's
There we
been
go.
processed 3 times. Something with spam.
That gives it a new taste.
And they say that
Some spam sushi.
Americans don't know what good food is, and we're exporting corn dogs, Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Europe should take a lesson from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn right.
Take a lesson from the number one.
Dude, funny enough, like speaking about like good food and shit like that.
What's up, my man?
So this weekend I had the pleasure of going to some of the best restaurants I've ever had in my life.
Oh, was it up in Madison?
In Chicago.
In
of
Chicago.
Of course, because
Fine.
that's where the big ballers in the Midwest hang out.
People say Chicago is like a suburb.
Chicago's is a Paris of the Midwest, bro. What can you say?
Chicago's a suburb of Milwaukee.
That is what people say. The 6 million people in Chicago are the suburb to the 500,000 city, of course. But point is, it was my birthday, so I got taken out to quite literally a Michelin-starred awarded place. It's the first time I've ever been to a place like that.
Oh, you went to Salt Bay's restaurant?
I went to Zuko in Chicago, which is a flagship to the person who our interviewee Abel Rosas was like gushing about for half the episode. Carlos Gaitan, his like flagship restaurant, which is the most awarded Mexican chef of all time, and it was fucking delicious. Like me, my wife, and like a few friends were there, and it was amazing, dude. Like the everything from the drinks, which were like obviously like super Mexican, to the cocktail or to the food, which was also like. You never had to felt like you had to add lime, salt, or salsa to anything. Everything came already like at a perfectly seasoned, well level, like good spice level, good acid, good salt. Like you didn't have to touch anything.
It's already curated for the best optimal pleasure.
It was fucking dope, guys. After that, like, you know, I had a great time with my family. Like went out dancing after that, like and that.
Congratulations on the big. What are you now? 28, 29?
27. What's up?
You're over the hills now.
Damn right.
It's
damn right. I'm
there's no going back.
I'm almost there with Luis over the hill.
Over the hill.
But
Luis is 6 feet under at this point.
Beyond that, dude.
Deadwood.
We also like not too long ago took a recent work trip as well, where I got the chance to go to some of the best bars like in the world that are here in the Midwest.
No shit.
Which one of them being like the Aviary or the office at the Aviary, which is a Grant Ashaw's bar, who's a Michelin star winning chef. He has like shit on Netflix about him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like he's a Michelin star winning chef. He's one of the best, and he created a cocktail bar, and I went to that cocktail bar. That being the office, but like one of the coolest things about that place, dude, I got to taste.
It's called the Office. You said
the Office. They have two bars, right?
Oh.
One is called the Aviary, where they literally have like a team of like 8 bartenders taking care of like a 50 seating area, just because those 8 bartenders are like making these syrups and like everything that needs to get made to order. Like they're basically they call their bartenders bar chefs, because they're like they're dressed up like chefs,
farm to table.
Yeah, and you can like see into like there's a window from the outside where you can see inside. Like I highly recommend anybody who's like into really like wow worthy drinks where like you see it and it looks fascinating when it's in an odd receptacle. There's fancy foams, there's fancy like dry ice, shit like that.
But it all serves a purpose. It's not just a spectacle.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
And like everything's been layered. Like this has been infused like 3 different times. This and that. Like everything has like a purpose. But that place, I got the chance to taste. They have a speakeasy, more classic style bar, and that's where we were hanging out. I got the chance to taste this green chartreuse from like the 1950s.
Damn.
Yeah. And that particular green chartreuse at that point like becomes like a sippable like cordial like liqueur like Grand Marnier or something like that.
Like a nice sipping.
Yeah, a nice like
sipping spirit.
Beautiful sipping spirit, but it was still like 60% alcohol, 70% alcohol, but it had like zero bite. It had, like zero bite. You just tasted like this beautiful bouquet of like minty like deliciousness and like sweet
juniper
lime
kind of a thing.
Yeah, a little juniper, a little vanilla, dude. It was so fucking good.
Quick question. So restaurants, they have a Michelin star rating, right? That's like the best of the biz, right? So what do the bars have? Do they have like a bar spoon rating,
I believe it's James Beard Awards.
Did you ask if those are bar spoon?
Like, how many Bud Lights did they get?
How many Bud Lights do you get a year for the best cocktails in the world?
I'm not too sure what the metric system is over there, but
I'm not sure that there is like a direct equivalent, but I saw that the one of the bars that we went to was like a 5-time James Beard Award winning cocktail bar. So I know that that's also like I've heard of that name and that prize a lot. And I know that that's also like one that's given not the same as Michelin star, but like it's given to very respectable establishments.
James Beard would be the equivalent of like a Gordon Ramsay or
maybe
like
a
Bobby McFlay.
I would hate, maybe. I'm not too positive on who that particular person is, but like
hopefully he's a good guy.
The place that I went to, like
or a good person.
Again, is like known as one of the best bars in the world. Again, with the Death and Company one, Milk and Honey. Like they come from like the same umbrella of like 5 employees.
This is like the Ivy League of bars.
Yeah, literally,
yeah.
exactly. Like that's
prestigious.
That's the feeling you get when you're there. It's pretty badass. You learn. I got the chance.
And for the viewers at home that are intrigued and hanging by the edge of the seat on this is called the Aviary in Chicago, right?
The Aviary, and then also the Violet Hour.
The Violet Hour, okay. I like the name. Which one's the one that has
both of them? Some of the best bars in Chicago. Like
which one has the bars that people can like view?
That's
like,
the Aviary.
Mm-hmm. That sounds really nice. Though.
That place, I'm telling you, it has like a team of bar chefs right there at all times, looking like chefs, dude. And then like you get one proper bartender, and he's delivering like a lot of the products that they're creating. But it's an incredible operation, and so that's their upstairs. That's not where we actually viewed because they had already taken a scouting trip there, but we went to the office. But moving on from that, though, what else do we have on the docket today, boys?
Well, I mean, before we move further, would you recommend this wine to anybody else? I mean, because this is a baller wine. It's very light. It's very. It's like adult grape juice. I could be at a fire and just passes around.
This it almost tastes like cranberry juice to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like acidic, easy to drink. Just super easy to drink.
I would definitely recommend it. I'd give this 4 out of 5.
Fuck yeah.
It's not as good as Portlandia. That one knocked my dick in the dirt.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
And it had a Bigfoot too.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Dude, that one was amazing. One last question, Phil.
What's up, my brother?
Before we move on from Chicago, have you ever been to Gibson's?
Is that the guitar place?
No, Gibson's is like the Chicago steakhouse, like that's supposed to be like amazing.
I've been to Smith and Walensky.
Okay.
But not Gibson's, though.
Okay. Smith and Walensky's closing. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're closing. I think they are. I don't want to misspeak.
Leo.
Because I have walked by there once or twice and it says it's closing.
By God, I'm so sad.
Or I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not misspeaking. But what I was going to say
the person I lost my virginity to, I took them out to steak there.
What I was going to say
what was the name?
Smith and Walensky. Walensky.
It's like a prestigious chain restaurant at this point.
Look up if it's closing. But what I was gonna say was,
what's up, my
bro?
man?
If you were a fan of that place, you gotta go to Gibson's, bro.
Gibson's.
I literally had the best crab cakes I've ever had and the best shrimp cocktail I've ever had.
Bro, crab cakes hit or miss because if you get the wrong kind of batch of crab cakes, your ass is sitting in the toilet for a couple of hours. Hours.
Luckily for me, I didn't get that. So. Oh, see, I told you.
That's Walensky's grill, though. Is it the same thing?
I don't think so.
Oh,
no,
wait.
it is.
Smith and Walensky is the ultimate city known as.
It is.
Yeah, permanently closed.
Told you.
Damn it.
That brings us to the subject. Luis.
That's so sad.
Is fine dining over? Noma, Smith and Walensky. What's going on?
That's so sad.
I don't think it's over. I just think that it's changing. And I
Good
think
times.
that the appeal of fine dining is kind of waning to a sense. That idea of enjoying a 5-course meal. And it's also become a lot more niche. Like, I think people enjoy the fast casual aspect way more now. And just kind of like a quick, this place is really good. They have a really good fried chicken sandwich. You know what I mean? I think people want that way more than they would like a $300 meal, right? So the reason we're bringing this up is because Noma in Copenhagen is closing, and Noma is actually one of like the most regarded and revered restaurants in the world. Numerous awards. You know, you guys talked about Michelin stars earlier. You know, obviously that one. I think it got 3, if I'm not mistaken. It was opened in 2003 by Klaus Meyer and René Zedzepi, and kind of pioneered a style of cooking which became known as a New Nordic. So relying on local ingredients.
They would like forage ingredients from the woods, right? And
yeah, exactly.
And they were like really big on Netflix as well. Like when Netflix first started as a company, they were like some of like the first restaurants they would highlight on there.
Yeah, and for like numerous years, it kept being on like world's 50 best restaurants, and very often being in like the top 10.
It was always like a race between Noma and El Bulli in Spain. Like those two were always like the best restaurants in the world.
Yeah, and it's so the statement that they put out was to continue being Noma, winter 2024 will be the last season of Noma as we know it. So a couple more years to go, but I mean, the reason I saw this article first of all is because we talked about it briefly earlier, but Abel Rosas from Elena Home Catering, he shared it, and so I took a gander at it and read the whole thing. It's on bonappetit.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, we talked about this a couple months ago when we read Corey Mintz's book, but like the tweezer dining and cooking style, like the fact that they were using stage and like not paying them, and a lot of interns came out and said like the workplace was shit. There are actually allegations that they were forced outside in the cold rain to do some like meaningless task. And the chef was like, no, like it wasn't like that. And of course they don't pay the stages. They just say like you're being paid an experience. So like this, and also like the food costs going higher and like how things are waning. I don't think that we'll see places like this continue to be so prominent as much. I think we're going to see a lot more places kind of like Roy Coy and like, these pioneers of like transforming food.
Three Little
and,
Pigs
like,
in Chicago.
Yeah,
which is just like bao buns. Yeah.
Like combining food cuisines together and just like making something different and
making it a little bit more accessible,
right?
A little bit more
like,
mid-tier.
Yeah, exactly. I worked for a Michelin star chef who actually came from France, and you can see the pain that they take in every day, right? When they're like using these tweezers and adding little flowers to the dish, and like it's cool, but it's an experience. It's not like how many times do you want to go do that? You know what I mean? Like once a year, once in a lifetime.
Can I ask you, like, can I offer like an alternative to you guys and get your opinion on it?
What's up?
What if, because like being a foodie myself, like I get the sense that a lot of people are like much more into ethnic food than they have ever before, and that like the average American palate is becoming much more used to, like spices used in every layer of cooking and intense flavors and like zippiness and like acid, like heat, things like that, which are not very prominent in like standard fine dining, like
French and Italian.
Italian, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that like people are, because like as a foodie myself, and I've had this talk with my wife, we will take a fancy Japanese place or a fancy Peruvian place over a steakhouse. Like I think food trends have moved on from salt and pepper on a steak, which we were just talking about, like a fancy steak and shit like that. I think food trends have moved on from that, and like they're much more into Asian cooking, South American cooking, Southeast Asian cooking, like Middle Eastern cooking, which like didn't always used to be readily accessible. And now that people have the options, like they're much less about, oh, well, this looks amazing, it looks like a Mona Lisa, but it still tastes like a lemon butter sauce. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a lot of components because that is the truth. But I mean, if you look at the overlay layout, it's because the steakhouses don't change. That's what's really holding them back. Because they're like a reputable place, like a steakhouse is gonna be a steakhouse. It's always a safe bet.
Yeah, because the steakhouse is like they're gonna do shrimp, they're gonna do asparagus, they're gonna do mashed potatoes.
They're gonna hand you butter that looks like ice cream.
Nothing of it is reinvented. Like it's all the classics, and like that's their area.
On a serious note, how many times did you bite into the butter? Like, oh, this is free ice cream? Hell yeah! It comes out so nice. Like it's got like little circles.
Let's not get distracted though. What did you think about that, Luis?
Well, I mean, to add to that, I think these Peruvian ethnic places are like in demand because like it's no longer that Frank Sinatra smooth jazz ambiance of a steakhouse. It's like that uplifting. It's a mystery. It's an adventure. You're not gonna know if, like, is this gonna give me diarrhea? Is this gonna like be my new staple? Like to tell my friends, I love curry, and there's this Thai place in Rockford. I love taking people there. It's much more exotic and spices. So like I and their music is pretty good.
Well, also, Mexican food is the fastest growing like food all around the world. like everywhere. Have you guys ever seen the show Taco Chronicles
On
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah, like
Good show.
Yeah, that was a
when
couple
they
years
first
ago.
said that in the U.S. we consume more salsa than ketchup, that caught me off guard. Like here
What
in
the
the U.S.
hell?
we consume more salsa than ketchup. Like, and also I think it's more like our generation type of thing.
Mhm.
People our generation don't really go fine dining. They rather see something on like Instagram, be like, oh, that looks cool, and then go there. And like,
Yeah.
how many like Michelin star restaurants do you see like do a lot of like online? But most people would be like, you could tell people like, oh, there's this really good food truck, and they'd rather go there than like a fine dining.
100%.
And
100%.
it's like, all right, because like it's cheap, it's quick, and it's like super good, something they haven't tried before. And they're not gonna go to like a super nice restaurant, sit down when like they get the food from the food truck and go on with their day.
And that food is usually much more accessible and much more of the everyday man food. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
like,
true.
Whether that be like sarape or like anything like that, an empanada, you know, like
Corn,
a
corn on
sushi
the cob.
roll, things that people in
Dude,
Japan are
I've
eating.
seen like countless food trucks that would like move out to Vegas. All of a sudden, they get famous and they just like sold out every night, and they make a nice living because, like, dude, it's like so popular. Like you literally do good advertisement, you get good food, and people will keep coming and coming and coming.
And in Wisconsin, I think in the Madison area, there's a grilled cheese truck that's like very popular. That like whenever it pops out at a park.
Oh yeah, right. I can't remember what the name is.
Yeah.
But
like,
Luis,
even that-
what were your thoughts on our overall thoughts over here?
There was a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Is there something specific?
I mean, the beginning of it, like, do you think that like the average American palate is just kind of moving on from salt and pepper on a fancy dry aged steak? Because
let me try to comment on everything that everyone said.
Everything, everywhere at once.
Yeah, Melted is the place called. I don't know, the melted cheese place.
Fondue or whatever it's called?
Cater in Madison, Wisconsin. Maybe that's what it's called. Melted craft grilled cheese. Okay, let me try to answer everyone's point and try to. So to Leo's point, yes, Mexican food is growing. I think that's definitely because of like a large amount of Mexican culture and Hispanic culture here in America. So, you know, how many Mexican first and second generation now in America, and like also how accessible is that food, you know what I mean? Like the amount of immigrants that came here and opened up a restaurant, and now like salsa is almost like expected at any Mexican restaurant you go. So I can see that makes sense to me. To highlight your point and Phil's point to an extent, like it is a lot easier to access that quick food. And it's also like, you got to remember, like at the bottom line, it's less expensive, right? Like it's less expensive to go get a fucking taco and a sandwich that's like a cubano or like a quesadilla taco. Like all that is way more easy to enjoy, and also like going to cost you $15, $30 if you're dining with somebody else. So I think that's what it really comes down to. I think the higher food cost, all that, like it fucking adds up. You know what I mean?
Dude, that wasn't my point at all, homie.
No, I think that, well, they kind of like ties in with like what Layla was saying. I think that's a really valid point, how like Mexican culture is really booming, because like in Japan, there's a whole like cholo culture. For real, if you look this up in
Do
Vice,
you think they're responsible for all the Mexican food over there?
well, if you also think about it, in the Philippines, there's like a bunch of like Mexican like last names, like Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Those
because
are
Spain
Spaniard names.
Yeah, see?
colonialized them.
And what do
That has
Spaniards
nothing to
eat?
do with
They eat-
the
don't-
Mexican
Don't they eat
food.
tacos?
No, they don't.
They don't eat tacos?
They hate spiciness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of
I feel like
Europeans
that's
don't like
racist,
spicy.
isn't
No,
it?
I feel like you thinking that somehow Mexicans has anything to do with the Philippines is racist, though.
Well, okay, well, Japan, though, that's definitely, because I don't think Spaniards are doing cholo. They're not dressing up like, you know.
No, all I'm saying is that like
That's a real thing.
that like when people go out to eat like fancy food now, dude, I'm saying as somebody who goes out to eat like at these places, like we don't like you don't think about a fucking steakhouse anymore. Like you don't think about, oh, let me go get like the fanciest version of spaghetti and meatballs or chicken piccata, shit like that. Like now you're just like, I want to go search for the best ceviche, the best Asian food I can. Like yeah,
I think there's
it's-
definitely
I
still
just
a
feel like
market,
it's a
though.
lot more. It's just leaning a lot more that way. Like
the corporate steakhouse is
Right,
always
but-
going to be a staple because it's.
I'm not talking about a
reliable.
corporate steakhouse. I'm talking about Gibson's, Smith and Walensky.
Yeah,
like
I
all of
think the
those like
steakhouse-
Chicago steakhouse like crown
Right.
jewels.
Yeah, and they're
Like-
closing down. Unfortunately.
Yeah, like because they're closing down to places like Zuko, Tanta, like all these places in Chicago that are Peruvian, Mexican, Asian. Chinatown is full of like so many amazing restaurants. Like like we were just there. We had a hard time deciding on which place to go to because like it was
Like the place we went to had really good dumplings.
yeah, it was
Oh,
amazing. Like that's my point. That like
Fogo de Chao,
yeah, that too.
Can't forget
Like,
that.
Yeah, can't forget that.
Brazilian steakhouse, Bradley.
For $50, bro, dude.
Take me back, dude. Take me
what's
back.
up, dude?
But I mean, I fine
Because like
dining.
I'm
is,
not even talking about accessibility. Mid tier is mid tier, but like the expensive places when people are gonna pay out a dime and a leg, like they don't just want to hear salt and pepper. Like people have outgrown salt and pepper. Like you better bring some exotic ass French food, some exotic ass Italian food if it's gonna be of that cuisine.
But some steakhouses do serve some nice French, like frog legs.
Yeah, exactly. You better give me some delicious escargot.
Oh
like
yeah.
you better give me some
Keep talking.
the most delicious coca vin I've ever had. You know, like
Coco, what?
coca vin.
Ooh.
Like, come on now. But you know, let's move on from food here.
Fine dining is dying and ethnic dining is rising. Let's get it. I like that a lot. On to more things that are dying.
But I'd like to kind of move it along into something a little bit more positive. Speaking of diversity, who raise your hand if you love coffee, huh? Me, this guy right here.
Huh?
Dude, I fucking love coffee. I don't know why, but we probably could have talked about that up top.
I have
Kinda feels
phases.
weird talking about it now.
I only like
Yeah.
iced coffee.
You know, all kinds of coffee's cool. Yeah, man. I think before we talk about coffee, let's talk about
What's up, my man?
how TikTok is starting to get a lot more look-ins into. You know, I think this is interesting because our own, our favorite representative of Wisconsin, Mike Gallagher, likened TikTok to digital fentanyl. And so,
Yep.
I don't know what you guys think about it. I'd like to get your opinion. Does TikTok deserve to be banned nationwide?
Dude,
Should it be
if TikTok's
changed?
fentanyl, I gotta start using TikTok more.
If it makes you feel that good,
Yeah, goddamn.
fuck,
It'll
sign
kill
me
you.
up.
I've been holding off, but
There's got to be
shit, don't threaten me with a good time.
there's got to be some like truth or positivity to it, to a reason why we're trying to like ease off TikTok. If you look to like a Silicon Valley, those people that like design our phones, software engineers, don't allow their children to be on the phones because this just rots their minds.
Yeah, but TikTok isn't getting banned because of that. They don't care how addictive it is. It's getting banned because it's owned by
from
China.
Hell yeah.
China.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So-
interesting fact. India banned TikTok like a year ago, I believe, and within weeks they had an Indian alternative with similar like patterns. Like,
That way, the Indian
But we already
government could
have-
benefit from that.
yeah,
already
it
have
wasn't the
American
government; it was
alternatives.
just some private like company. But,
Yeah. I mean, we already have American alternatives with Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels.
yeah, it's getting there
YouTube
for sure.
Shorts.
Yeah,
YouTube Shorts.
And so those are starting
Yeah.
to like pop up more and more. But then, like
yeah, you're
Mike
talking.
Gallagher is saying like, the CCP could essentially push anything that they deem fit and like try to brainwash the mindsets of like young Americans. And it's like, yeah, but isn't that what you're trying to do too? Like,
Yeah.
to an extent. I think TikTok should definitely get more looked into because of, a couple months ago they released how much it tracks the activity of your other apps and how you use those compared to, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your YouTube. But no, I mean, I think it was interesting just because of our own Wisconsin representative.
I think another.
Well, Tony Evers, didn't he just vote the beginning of this year? If you work for the Wisconsin government, you can't have TikTok on your phone.
Yeah, if you're a federal
Yeah.
employee, you can't have it on
exactly
your phone.
Wisconsin and like the White House. I
Yeah.
think yeah.
Yeah, any government employee can't have any TikTok on any government device.
That's what I was
Not
gonna
your
say.
phone.
Like on a worst case scenario, like the doomsayers are like if they're right, it's a fucking like spyware that you put on because it's like entertaining enough. And like it's probably sending some sort of like mass like metadata back to China and the CCP and like telling them about American consumers. They like this or they like that. So maybe shift your factories to produce this or that.
Mm-hmm. It's the algorithm that's so addictive to it. Because like if you compare it to reels, to shorts, to all that stuff, there's a reason why.
That's true.
There's a reason why TikTok is like the number one, because it's just the way the algorithm, you can just quickly like engage into another video and go to a loophole, and with that much traction, another thing that's hard to like surveillance are pedophiles. This has always been a common issue in TikTok. Are like older dudes following young girls, following high school girls, following these young boys or whatever have you.
Does the same thing apply not to every social media?
But like, there's been instances where for example, Moist Critical or like Markiplier, they like will highlight like known people that are in the TikTok sphere, they're like just getting away with it, even though with evidence, coming out. It's been a recurring thing. So I think that this would benefit that, I'd say. Because kids are going to jump on your phone and do it because it's the popular thing.
Yeah, but I don't think most people are like worried about like addiction. Like, dude, like addiction started like back when like Facebook and YouTube, like people are addicted to social media. It doesn't matter which one it is. I think it is just a safety thing. Because like when like Luis said, like when they found out what TikTok was actually tracking, like it was going through like health apps and stuff. Like, why is it going through your health app? Like, you don't need to know what diseases you have or what you don't have, or like, that's what they're more worried about. I don't think they're worried about the addiction, or else they would have stopped all social media a while ago.
True.
I also don't think they give a fuck about the pedophiles, to be quite honest with you. Like, I think that's probably irrelevant.
I think
even if they are there, like it's probably not the government that's watching out for them.
Well, most congressmen are probably the ones liking the videos.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't think it's like that part. I think it's mostly like they're tracking way too much for no reason. And
I don't think they give two fucks. No.
Dude, that's what.
Interesting thought, though. You know what? Interesting thought.
Well, good riddance. I think we'd benefit without TikTok. That's just me.
Well, did you guys just see the like?
Can we just quickly take a pause and like
promote our TikTok?
All acknowledge that it's kind of fucked up that we don't have a choice, that these apps can track us like this.
Like, if you have an Apple phone, you do.
Don't download it.
Yeah,
or if you have an Apple phone, you do.
And that's only like it only asks them to not track you.
Yeah,
it doesn't even like stop them.
They can't track you if you tell it not to, because Apple will actually. And also, Apple was also fighting a lawsuit where even the government can't track you. And if they win it, if you have an Apple phone, not even the government can track you.
Yeah.
But Apple can track you though.
No, they can't.
Apple.
It's like. But the bad thing is, if you lose your password, you won't be able to get in ever.
Oh.
Like, not even Apple can get it back for you.
Damn.
But like, yeah, because they're like fighting a bunch of lawsuits. That's the one good thing Apple has done. Like, they take encryption seriously.
Yeah. Freedom to write protection.
So if you need to order drugs from the black market, use an Apple product.
iMessage.
Oh yeah.
WeChat.
Yeah. I recently converted to Apple, due to Google being a shitty hardware provider, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I haven't looked back since. Once you're in that Apple ecosystem, you can see why it does such a good job of like keeping you there. You know what I mean? Like the blue messages, the FaceTime, the group messages.
I love that you start with blue messages.
I mean, that is kind of a
that's
thing.
That's how you know your messages are safe. Like once they're blue, nobody else can see them. Once you delete them, they're gone.
It's crazy how like I was the first smartphone I got with like that I could buy was an iPhone. It was like the iPhone 5C, like in 2014, 2015. And so I kind of had like two iPhones back to back, and then I just went like Pixel after that. But just like, I was like, oh, Google's fine. Google's a good phone. Like I had like Google Stadia, Google Pixel, Google earbuds, like I was like kind of in the Google sphere. I was like, well, all my Gmail is Google, like everything, right? Like I use Google products. And
dude, you're so lame. Who does that? Who's a Google stan? You weird. You weird.
It's convenient.
I think you're like the only person I've ever heard that's like went full Google.
Well, do you have a Google?
It was just convenient.
Like I understand having one or two products, but like you became like the Apple version of a Google stan for a few years.
Yeah, because what happens is like the products pair well together.
Yep.
Like, I can just screen mirror my phone to my TV, oh, the earbuds, I can like reply to text messages, like everything, right? Like
you,
it just makes
you could turn the
sense.
lights on by saying "Okay, Google."
Yeah,
There's
dude,
light
it's just
bulbs,
like,
microwaves, stoves.
yeah, man. Exactly.
Literally.
Unlike my
You say that
Patriot
like
Re-
literally like it's so impressive.
It is pretty impressive.
It's not that impressive.
Samsung doesn't have the same capability.
It's not about
It's
whether
all right, man.
Samsung
He
has
hasn't
it.
converted yet. He's still a caveman. He still has to like use his hands to touch his phone.
He's got to do Bluetooth. He's got to paired with whatever
Yeah,
He
device.
still has
It's
to
all
flick
right.
the light switch,
Yeah.
unlike us
Yeah.
What the
modern
fuck,
That's
people.
so lame.
I don't
walk
talk
in
broke.
like
That's
turn
so
on my
lame.
lights.
Right?
That's so lame.
God, dude. I bet your phone doesn't even have Face ID. All right? Don't talk to me until your phone has Face ID. Once you get to that level, then you can be at the big kids table.
Who
But,
opts into
yeah, man.
this and then acts like Julian Assange is a good person? Or Edward Snowden? Like, you guys are like Edward
Snowden
Snowden and
did
Julian
nothing
Assange fanboys, and then being
Edward
like signing
Snowden
up
was
for
a
all
criminal.
of the signing up for all of the technologies that they like warned you about for decades.
You got to
Oh,
go
yeah.
with the times, man. You got to
Edward
say
Snowden was a criminal.
Yeah, I'm sure,
You
and
want
I'm
the blue
sure,
message or not?
bro, and I'm sure you think having an Amazon camera on your front door is a good idea. I'm sure you think having
Hell
the
yeah.
Google Echo is a good idea. Like,
Hell
yeah.
Bro, speaking of-
having the largest corporations in the world track your every single move is a good idea.
They literally
Dude,
just
I love
released.
it. It makes it convenient.
They
That way they can decide what I want to buy instead of me
Yeah,
deciding.
bro.
Yeah.
How do I
Sometimes
know
it's so
what
cool.
shoes I
pressure.
want?
That's so cool.
Sometimes I open Amazon that already knows what I want to buy, and I'm like, I don't know, I wanted this, but here I go.
That shit's in my cart already. I don't like. Oh fuck! I did need more Tide Pods. Beautiful. Let's get those on fucking 2-day delivery. Let's go.
Speaking of the Amazon Ring doorbell,
the
Ring
same
doorbell
Amazon
stuff,
that works with the CIA and the FBI.
they just released
Jack Reach is my favorite show.
They just released a little drone that if you're on
the Marvel
vacation,
fanboy.
if you are on vacation, it will patrol your house. It will keep your house safe by just continue. It's like a Roomba that's just on, just patrolling your house, making sure there's no one like robbing you. I mean, what do you think it's recording when like you're there? It's gonna be recording you. It's gonna get the layout of your room. We're going further. The privacy is no longer a thing. So get rid of that. Our phones can hear what we want. Our cars can get what we want. It can anticipate the future because of the AI. The AI is here and it's growing.
Shut the fuck up.
It's smarter.
Shut the fuck
It's
up.
evolving.
Shut the fuck up.
Should we move on?
Move on to the future. That's what we are doing. We're gonna be AI brothers.
I fucking hope so. I hope that our AI version of us make a shitty podcast that no one listens to, and then just like the algorithm keeps repeating itself.
Mm-hmm.
A million times over.
So what do you guys feel
Yeah.
about the?
What was that, Phil?
I don't know. I was trying to get my prompt for AI.
What?
I don't know. If there was an AI version of me, he probably would have said that.
Maybe he wouldn't suck at texting so much.
He'd probably get laid more than I do. The AI Phil?
There's a chance.
Probably a ladies' man. Probably.
Dude,
I think any other version of Phil,
Speaking of our shitty podcast,
except for Sad Boy Phil, which is the one we get.
we recently hit a metric on YouTube that I really enjoyed. We hit over 50 subscribers, which is super sweet. Thank you to everybody who's been watching our content on there. The video that we posted of us at the global market. I had a ton of fun recording it. I had a ton of fun making it. I had a ton of fun at the global market itself. So I want to keep making a YouTube content. Probably the fuck was that?
Oh, that was the wine. I was pouring some wine.
No, not you. I had something fly in front of me.
Oh no.
So I was thinking for some milestones that we could do for everybody who keeps subscribing. How about when we hit 100 subscribers, we do a live hot tub stream? I think that would pay off really well. I think our viewers would enjoy it. I think we would enjoy it, and I think it'd be fun for everyone. And I think when we hit 1,000 eventually by the end of the year, when we hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers, one of us four gets a Live, Laugh, Love tattooed on them, and we'll pick the name out of a hat, just randomly.
Like a live, laugh, bro tattoo or something.
No, Live, Laugh, Love.
Oh, it's got to be
tattoo.
live. The 3 L's of doom.
Yeah.
Jeez.
When we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube,
That sounds like a punishment.
tattoo.
Yeah,
Those sound like some lame ass
No, dude,
ideas.
it's
I'm gonna be
a war.
honest.
Well, the hot tub.
What'd you
The
say?
hot tub.
Those sound like some lame ass ideas. The hot tub one sounds
What
like we're
about
gonna
something-
electrocute
Hear what you
It
ourselves.
guys
sounds
say.
amazing. That sounds
Like
amazing.
not even like, oh, we'll go out fishing and cook the fish ourselves. You know, something
Fuck
cool.
no, that's gay.
And live, laugh, love.
Yeah, live,
Live,
laugh,
laugh,
love.
love.
Yeah, like
No,
Phil
yeah.
said, that sounds like
Yeah.
a punishment. Like I don't even want to
No,
get
dude,
to
it's an
1,000.
Yeah,
incentive.
that makes you want to work against that
Yeah.
goal.
I don't want to get to
It's an
1,000.
incentive.
There's a 25% chance it could
yeah,
be
guys,
me.
there's that incentive of wanting to get that tattoo, that
Yeah.
terrible tattoo.
Exactly.
Not even like
It's an
shave your
incentive for
head, something.
subscribers.
But that's
Yeah,
1,000.
we should
What
say
if it
shave
never
our
grows
head.
back?
should
What if
do-
it never grows back?
That's 1,000. That's 1,000 subscriber right there.
Shave our head
Yeah,
and
man,
put a tattoo
That
on
is
your head.
950 more than we have now.
Not
Yeah.
me work against it. Someone asked her like, "Are you part of this?" No, don't subscribe. Don't even watch. Stay away from
Nah, bro.
I
Yo,
think it's a good idea.
how about the thousand one?
Subscriber.
There's a bro taste this tattoo.
I think for the 1,000 one, we do the cuck holding podcast.
What the fuck?
We all go out and find better, younger versions of ourselves, and we have them do an episode, a special presentation of bro tastes. We'll still be in the camera shot behind our model, like yes, just looking in pleasure. As
What
like
about
they-
like a
you know.
not so permanent punishment for getting to 1,000? Like, what if we like
Any
stop-
suggestions?
What if the
I'm
podcast
open
dies
ears.
and I'm sitting around with a live, laugh, love tattoo? It's like, oh yeah, I got 1,000 subscribers once.
No, hear me out. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, the four of us will each make a plaster mold of our penis, and we'll hang it on the wall.
And we'll sell it for profit, like in the movie
Not against
Neighbors.
the idea.
Yeah, there we go. We'll do it for charity.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get a lot.
Dude,
A lot of
Phillips
bids.
plaster is gonna come with like this whole bush of hairs that just comes with it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a big bush attached to mine. Yeah, okay. 1,000 subscribers, random, or how about this? Each of us get a bro taste this tattoo at 1,000 subscribers.
How would that? I mean, would I get the BR and then Juan will get the O?
No,
And then, like-
you lame
No,
ass.
bro.
If we combine our hands, it says
However
bro
you
tastes.
want.
However you want.
You
Make
should put it on
short.
the small of your bag.
I'll even
you
accept
should be like a
BTT.
a
I'll even
BTT
accept
tramp stamp for you.
BTT. At 1,000 subscribers, we have to get a bro taste this tattoo.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm scared. Out of the four of us, I have no
950
tattoos.
fans
Yeah, I wasn't
coming out
gonna
of
live my whole
ass.
life with no tattoos, so I don't know how this is gonna work out.
Yeah, this guy wanted to
Do you
get buried.
Do you want the clout or not?
Do you want to be famous?
Do you
You
want this
want
or
it?
not, Leo? How much does it mean to you?
I will dye my hair at 1,000 subscribers,
No.
any color.
That's way more.
And
Listen,
eyebrows.
as someone who did it 5 times, that is way more painful than getting a tattoo. Dyeing your hair is like one of the worst things you could do to yourself.
That is true.
I will dye my hair.
Bleaching
Mostly
it
just
too.
because I know, like, in a year or two, it'll be back to normal.
Back to normal.
It
Yo,
never
a
is.
piercing.
No, that should be
I'll accept a piercing.
A
too.
piercing.
I'll-
for 1,000,
I'll do
Yeah.
a piercing.
We do.
No way.
We do a communal piercing.
bro.
but it's got to be nipple.
Oh,
Nah, you
Okay.
lost me there.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
got to
this
be
guy's
Gotta
like,
be a
okay.
nipple.
He was like, I didn't want to do it,
Gotta
but
be a
you
nipple.
said nipple, now I want to do it.
Bro,
It's
Nah,
got to
let's
be nipple.
let's do
these
septum.
sound. I feel like these
Nipple
sound like,
you can
Because what's the
hide.
incentive?
They sound like punishments. We're trying to like celebrate. I've been working
Because people are
against
gonna
those.
wanna see this
True.
eventually.
Yo, true. Why are we going along with Luis's terrible ideas about
I'm like,
punishing
I've been working
ourselves?
against those. I mean, in
Yeah.
the comments,
How
like,
about we think
this
of-
sucks.
How about we think
They've
of
worked
good
so
things to
far.
do?
I thought the cuckolding podcast was a brilliant.
You're a moron. How about this? So we hit 1,000 subscribers. We hit.
subscribers. We have a really good dinner.
We go
Oh no!
cage diving with sharks in Florida.
Yes.
We-
We go scuba diving.
We go to Coachella. That's if we get 1,000 subscribers before Coachella.
Burning Man.
We go to
Coachella's gay. Burning Man.
What the fuck did you
Have
just
you been
say?
there?
No, but it's a music festival. Like,
It's-
yeah, they're all fun.
At
Oh my god,
1,000
the video of
subscribers.
it isn't gonna be fun.
We go
Like,
camping and eat only what we catch.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
And we start
Okay.
fishing
I don't
down by
mind
the
that.
creek, prepare the fish.
Okay.
Let's do that one.
Well, that's 1,000. That's 900 away. We're talking about 49 away right now.
Let's do 100
for 100 subscribers.
For 100.
I think the hot tub hot tub time machine, whatever that was.
Hot tub live stream.
I think for the 1 million,
The
we'll
thing
do a
that gets
tattoo.
me with the hot tub time stream is like, we drop cameras here all the time. That shit's gonna be like a fucking blow dryer falling in the pool.
We'll recreate the BME playing Olympics, but with like Mexicans and electrocuting themselves.
Yeah, like
That's
like
brilliant.
this
have any views,
this
LB?
legit sounds like we have like a 60% chance of death.
You just
Like-
you just don't want to get back to your exercise routine.
Where are we gonna
That's
get a
what that
hot
is.
tub though?
That's what that is. You're out there enjoying
Phil,
your
you're
Michelin
almost
restaurants,
500 pounds.
Almost.
You don't get to shame me for being fat.
and now you're catching up. You're catching up, brother. You're out there,
Wait.
Bro, I got a long way to go.
bro.
One
Chicago's
question is,
been too nice to you.
Dude, where are we getting a hot tub from? Does anybody have a hot tub, or are
We'll
we
get a
gonna
kiddie pool. We'll just fill up a kiddie pool.
Fill up a kiddie
If it's in
pool.
the Twitch stream.
We're not gonna fit.
Yo,
we
how
are.
about an ice bath?
Oh, dude, at 100 subscribers, we should do like an ice.
An
bath.
ice bath.
Or should we
I'm not
jump?
opposed to that.
Should
But
we-
then that negates your point of like we might drop something in it.
I guess I'm going along with your shit. I mean, we will.
A kiddie pool will be safer.
No, not if we're careful. Not if we like fucking tape like the camera equipment down and like we're like, all right, this for sure is not gonna fall in.
I think our cameras are water resistant.
That is true. That is true.
I
We
think-
just
I
I
gotta
think
think
we'll
do-
also be like
You know?
competent enough to be like, oh, it's falling. Like I'm not gonna be like this.
Yeah, because we can react that fast and catch like multiple falling cameras. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, bro, you keep talking like that, you're about to catch these hands, motherfucker.
God, you're such a fucking wet towel.
We'll
Jesus
just turn off the
Christ.
bubbles. We're gonna have to turn off the bubbles. But
I'm
we'll be
just
fine.
glad to see you're alive and you took the stick out of your ass, Luis.
All right, 100 subscribers, we go skinny dipping.
Have you guys ever done the polar plunge?
We've already done that together.
But now we do it on camera. The polar plunge?
Yeah, we should do the polar plunge at 100 subscribers, where they all run into Lake
That means
Geneva.
we're gonna have to wait for the next winter, though.
No,
Or-
I'm pretty sure
or
it's like in
hopefully-
February.
Hopefully, hit it by February.
gonna hit it
Yeah,
by
we'll
like
hit it by
February.
February. You hear that, mother?
Yeah,
By the end of
yeah.
the month of February.
So what?
yes.
Okay, that's a
I
good one.
like this idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
100 subscribers by the end of February. We will jump into Lake Geneva, which is like
Super cold.
never super fucking cold.
Yeah.
So, guys, help us reach the milestone. If we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, we will jump into the cold water of Lake Geneva by the end of February.
And
So
one of
let's
us
try to
is
hit the goal.
guaranteed to drown because I don't think I can swim that far. So one of us is guaranteed to
We're
drown.
not throwing you into the middle.
All right.
We're not gonna
How do you
walk.
plan on- You just have to get into it and then get back.
Oh, I thought like we were walking on frozen ice and we're gonna like make a hole and like, all right, guys,
Drop
Bro,
you
this
in.
is-
yeah.
This was taking you back to the trailer park days.
I was like, damn,
Why, dude?
bro, I was ready. I like that though. 100 subscribers, we take a little skinny dip into the cold lake.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's a good one.
Closed or non closed,
it.
it doesn't matter.
That's a good one.
500 subscribers, we wax our body.
That also doesn't seem like a punishment. That's an incentive. I've been wanting to do that.
That will make us work harder to get to 500 subscribers.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna be putting up reels. Yeah, fine. Well,
Well-
maybe we'll see Juan.
we'll get to 500 subscribers for the just in time for the summer.
Finish it out, pussy.
Couple of months for the summer.
I would say hairless, bro. You're like the hairiest guy in the group.
You've never seen Phill, huh?
Well,
This guy,
that's true.
I'm sitting next to Wolverine, bro. What
No
are you
mind.
talking?
Not true. I don't know.
I
what's
wish
under
I,
that
c- I
sweatshirt.
wish
That
I
is
stood
true.
a chance,
hey,
dude. Look, what are you talking about, Luis?
the ladies do love
Fair
the
enough.
hair.
I haven't seen Phil shirtless. I will say that.
Oh, stop!
Mm-hmm.
He bends over and like half his shirt comes up to his chest.
Oh yeah. So, to my previous ex lovers,
You can't help but to catch his hernia.
to my previous ex lovers, they love my hairy nipples. You ever had your wife suck on your nipples?
That's a good question. Actually, I want you to finish that.
Dude, all the time. That's one of my favorite things.
Dude, for real though, I love it. Especially when they jerk you off and they pull
Dude, I'm a
This is a friendly
I
family
love Japanese
podcast.
food. I love Japanese sex trends as well.
You know what's funny? When that happened, this legitimately happened to me, and I told my friends like, "Dude, I got milked," and they're like, "What do you mean you got milked?" I was like, "Dude, for real though." It was like we were getting heavy petting, and then like it was like she started like kissing me and like started sucking at my nipple, and I was like, and then they're like, "Oh, milk. You know what milking is, right?" I was like, "No, bro. I guess milking is like you get a table out." It's like a massage thing, and they milk you like a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, they did it on the show Dave. You lay stomach, and then there's a hole where your
You put your
small cock and
dick.
balls go through. Yeah.
see. I thought in my head I was being milked. I was like, this feels natural. This feels amazing.
So gross.
Cheers to my old flame.
Dude.
But you need to try that out.
That really put me in a bad mood. It put me in a really bad mood. That's so gross.
Oh man, I'm telling you that's your get out of jail free card. Things get a little dry in the bedroom. You take your shirt off and be like,
bro, I think that's a you thing, dog.
Get this sucking.
Bro, I think that's a you
Things
thing.
get dry in the bedroom. Like there's so many other go-tos.
You tell her to
You're
get
like,
this
hey,
sucking.
Dude,
Lift your shirt up and be like, right here, right? Aquí.
Put your mouth over here.
dude, I'm telling you, bro.
Do it if you
She's gonna be
bad.
pulling down your pants like, nah, up here.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, suck me off. She's like, okay. You're like, nah. You're about 2 feet
My
too
eyes
low.
are up here.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, that is.
But
Dude,
yeah,
you never fail to surprise us, Phil.
yeah, no, this is that was
genuinely.
a true story. So,
70 episodes later, you're still managed to gross us out.
hey, wait until we get to 200. I'll tell you that. We're gonna get there.
Fair.
How many weeks
Fair.
is 200 weeks?
Oh, each year's like
2
56
months.
weeks.
How many weeks is 200 weeks?
That's a callback. What Luis just did right there.
That's about, well, that'd be like 3.75 years.
yeah.
To get to 200 episodes? God.
No, it'd be a little less. It'd be a little under.
There's like
4
50
years, a little-
some. Yeah, there's 50 some weeks in a year.
52 weeks in a
56
year.
Or 52.
Mm-hmm.
52, yeah.
If we get to 5,000 subscribers, one of us will get gender reassignment surgery.
I think you just want to volunteer for that one.
No.
Yeah, you can just.
Once we get to 1 million subscribers, we'll take a punishing trip to Hawaii where we sit by the beach.
Yeah,
Ooh,
dude.
I don't want to get there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't take me there.
The viewers are gonna send us out with like pina coladas in our hand on the
what
beach.
about this?
What's
What if
up?
we take a serious investigative journalism trip to the wild, crazy tropical land of the Philippines? Not for
That'd be
pleasure,
fun.
but for work. Definitely not
I have
for
a
pleasure.
genuine
And I don't want to like
Let's
deal
go
with
to
any of
Manila.
the locals. No, just in the resort.
Yeah,
like,
nothing but the resort.
High class.
Nothing but buffets.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was your question there, Luis?
How many subscribers would it take you two to kiss?
Oh my god.
Not a long one. I'm not saying the long one. 30,
I think that would be
15 to 30 seconds.
500 subscribers.
15 to 30, acting like that's not long. What?
That's not long, dude.
Wait, I mean,
That's
That's a
It's longer than
makeout. 15 to 30
That's
seconds
not
is
a
a makeout.
makeout.
well,
15 seconds?
well, it's a makeout if you wanted to be a
It
makeout.
takes 2 minutes to brush your teeth.
Okay, wait, what? It takes 2 minutes to brush your teeth?
Bro, it takes this guy 10 seconds.
Whoa.
You're lying.
No,
You're
wait.
lying.
First off, I'm surprised it takes you 2 minutes
How
to brush
long?
your teeth.
How long do you brush your teeth for?
Dude, this guy
Like,
just
honestly?
points a hose at his mouth and
No.
calls that brushing.
Well, I have a water pick. Yes, if
See?
that's what you're
I
referring
told
to.
you.
Those are not healthy for you.
Water picks aren't healthy.
Confirmed by dentists.
Oops. But I also have a brush. It's state of the art AI technology. You press the button and it vibrates in your mouth, thus making
That's not what you use it for, you fucking liar.
You sure it's not a vibrator?
thus making your teeth clean
He's like, yeah,
process
it's really
much faster.
thick and girthy.
It's got Bluetooth, so I
It's
keep
got
it
bunny
anywhere.
ears on it that point like this, right back at it.
It's textured.
Yeah.
It's portable. But I mean, if it takes you 2 minutes, I need to increase my fucking brushing time then.
At 100, we do the cold plunge. At 500, Juan and Phil make out.
How about you make out with Phil?
You know what? How about this? We'll work our way up. At 100, Juan makes out with me. At 200,
I'm good.
Luis
You're working
makes
your
out
way
with me.
down.
I'm good, bro. I'm
Dude,
good.
At 300,
kinda
Layla
like it.
makes out with me.
And at 500, we all kiss at the same time.
Bro, you guys are gonna
I'm in
you
on
fucking
this. I think
cloud
it's a good
chasing
idea.
whores are gonna like end up at like a circle
Four-way
jerk
kiss.
at the end of this.
4-way kiss.
all
man.
four of us at the same time, just quick.
Yeah.
This wouldn't
I'm
be
into
possible
it.
without any of you guys at home. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Let's give the people what they want.
This
That's
is
all
this.
I'm
Is,
saying.
I don't think anybody
like
wants
this.
to see that, to be honest.
You'd be surprised.
Honestly, I think we just went up 4 subscribers. At 600 subscribers, we can all kiss him.
God, I fucking. Can we do that?
At 1,000 subscribers, we'll pick
Jesus
10 people
Christ.
from the crowd to kiss personally.
You guys are so late. God.
Yes.
Oh my God. I can't
At
believe we signed up for
10,000,
this.
like another 100 will pick.
We'll have a little kissy boost.
At
Get us up there.
85 subscribers, we'll personally kiss every subscriber. Just
We'll give one of them will have the golden ticket to do more than the kiss.
Yeah, with Phill.
No.
And then we'll end up getting Andrew Callahan in a few years because they'll tell him us.
Oh God. But no, I mean, I do like
you
this.
know what? At whatever subscriber count we have right now, let's just personally kiss them all.
Listen, everyone. I think one of them is my family.
Dude, you guys just want to
I think-
make out.
I think a couple of them are our family members.
you.
So we would have to kiss our.
Jesus
This is
Christ.
why I always say that red wine is too sexy, bro. It is too sexy to drink with a bunch of guys, bro. You guys look at you. You guys look at the sexual tension between you two. You guys want to make out so bad.
Hey, you're the
man,
one
it's
stuck
with
in the
the
middle between us.
subscribers.
Yeah, I know. Like you guys
You know-
want to jump each other's bones, and I'm just sitting
Hey,
here.
keep
most
talking that way. We're gonna sandwich you, bro.
Most big YouTubers, they forget about their subscribers. Not us. We're gonna personally kiss
Not
them.
us. You put him at the forefront.
We're gonna personally give you hepatitis.
Not like
Mouth
a
to
whole
mouth.
make. I was thinking of thank you.
Yeah.
A token of appreciation.
Just and then you say thank you,
Just a small town kissing booth.
and then you pass
Yeah,
along.
dude, we're not weird. What the fuck?
Yeah, what is this?
Luis's
fuck,
dad.
dude.
Thank you for subscribing.
He turns the cheek, you turn his head back. Now lip to lip, motherfucker.
No, bro, come over here. Let me show you how much I appreciate the follow.
It's like, bro, give me a little tongue, bro.
No mamas.
Oh my
On to the
God.
next person.
That's so funny.
But no, we got big things to look forward to for the viewers, the fans,
Yeah, us making out.
anybody that
Dude,
that supported
I'm
us from the
gonna, how
beginning.
about this? How about this? How about this, Juan?
What's up? What's
And
up?
Juan, as the most homophobic liberal that I know, will post it on our Instagram story. We'll say, hey, milestone at 500, Phill and Juan make out, yes or no?
We'll do a poll.
Again, why are you volunteering other
Like
people
that.
when you can just volunteer yourself?
You're
No, I mean,
married.
because it's like unfair, you know what I mean? Like,
It-
I can't be like, hey, can I have the honor of kissing Juan? Like, that's not right.
No,
You know
motherfucker, why didn't you kiss
what I
Phill?
mean? No, dude, because
Bro, I'm married, bro.
your
Like,
bro tastes this.
bro, I'm married, bro.
Exactly. You're
Wait.
married, so this wouldn't mean anything.
No, that's the
bro.
opposite. The opposite.
This has been your
I'm hurting
idea.
two people. I'm hurting two people, bro. I'm hurting two people. At least you guys are still like somewhat single.
You've led
Somewhat
us this
single.
far, dude.
Well,
I
he's
feel
just
like
been
it's
in a
only
committed
right.
relationship for what?
You're the voice of Bro Taste This. You're the
Bro,
face
you're the
Bro
voice of a
Taste This.
generation, though. Bro,
I mean,
taste this
like-
ain't a generation.
Hey, you're the face. I'm the lips of Bro Tastes.
Amen, brother. Amen.
The voice and the lips should get together, bro.
All right.
No.
Leo, back me up on this. I feel like, Juan's the leader.
Luis
Juan's the
might be right.
executive.
You guys have been friends long enough where it's probably happened once or twice, but now I just record it.
Now we do it
And-
for the
and
fans.
By the way, I just want to point this out.
What's up?
We all went to the king spot and got naked in front of each other as a big group.
Yes.
You two went alone.
Like bros.
Dude, we were scouting, bro.
They've done
It's
that
called a
alone.
scouting trip.
And they went out to dinner and everything, and they're like, "Nah, but we're not gonna kiss. That's where I draw the line."
You did everything but. You got farther than most people get on first dates. Like,
We saw
They
a
were
good movie
naked in
together.
front of
Dude,
each other.
what's up, though? Yo, what's up? Hey,
I'm just
hey.
saying.
And even like that, I don't find him sexy, bro.
No.
I'm sorry.
exactly.
This is
That's
purely
even
platonic for me.
That's
better.
why
Exactly.
500
Then why-
subscribers.
dude, yeah. Then it's like no big deal. I feel like you're making a sandcastle out of a grain. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he's just afraid of a good time.
I feel like you're
agree.
projecting onto me, Luis.
I agree.
I feel like
No, dude,
you're
I would
having
wish
these
that I
thoughts and you're projecting them onto me as if I should have
Dude, I'm
them.
all the way in Madison. Like, it's 45 minutes away. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
all the
not-
way in Madison. You're becoming a big city liberal. You're much more LGBT friendly. Like you're projecting
dude,
these
well,
thoughts
I agree
onto
more.
me.
I mean, you don't gotta
Could not
kiss.
agree
You don't gotta be LGBT friendly to kiss me.
Even Phill is trying to convince
I'll
you.
accept you the way you are.
Dude, Phill is trying so hard, like, or this, or that.
He's like,
You gotta change
dude,
yourself,
I gotta
man.
give you credit, Phill.
We got a full
Yeah,
group
you're over
members.
here, like,
Anyway.
let me
We
taste
got
the
a full group
lips.
members. I'm saying. All right, how about this? If we get consent from your wife, I'm gonna call her right now.
No. So this week we decided to have a little fun. With summer coming up and whatnot, I have to build a tiki menu for my place of employment, and I wanted to ask the boys what their favorite tiki cocktails that they may have run into would be, and I wanted to have them pitch it to me to see who has like the best taste out there, who has like I guess the research abilities to find something that might be worthwhile, and that's why we're here.
I thought we were supposed to create our own original.
No.
We just had a copy and paste from some. That's not original at all. Mine comes from the heart.
Okay, and then that's okay.
You know what, Louis?
Skill over heart, homie. Skill over heart.
Louis, let me take this. Let me take this.
Okay.
Let me show you what
Could you please, Juan, elaborate for our listeners what a tiki drink is?
Yeah,
so that we're all on the
great
same page?
question, Luis. Thank you. A tiki style drink is a drink that typically relies heavily on rum. Typically relies heavily on things like bitters or orgeat or orgeat syrup, which is like an almond syrup, as well as pineapple juice and tropical ingredients like island spice, mango, lychee. Tropical things mean different things throughout the world. So tropical ingredients in Southeast Asia can sometimes qualify as tiki, like lychee and things like that.
It's a concoction of different flavors. You got sweet, you got bitter, you got
literally think of like island type cocktails. Like what would you want to drink? Like maybe like on a beach, or what would you want to drink? Like on a beach or on a fire pit, something like that.
Exactly. And I think I got the best one for a tiki one. And the inspiration came from my grandmother back when I visited her a couple of years ago in Acapulco. So if you're a native to the Acapulco land, you'll understand where I'm coming from. You get a beautiful Jamaica, the fruit Jamaica.
The fruit Jamaica? You mean the flower?
The flower Jamaica.
Yeah.
Fruit, flowers, you put it in my mouth, it's all the same.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Hibiscus.
You think Jamaica. Jamaica's hibiscus?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Why did they just call it hibiscus?
Because it's a different language, you fucking momo.
What the fuck?
Why don't they just call it the bathroom?
Well, I mean, I get el baño. It sounds the same. You take Jamaica, or as you like to say it, hibiscus. You take hibiscus and you put in a little bit of tangerine. Not to be confused with clementine.
So do you take
Or
hibiscus
mandarins.
water, hibiscus syrup, hibiscus
No.
infused,
You take the plant.
the flower,
flower.
and you squeeze the juice on there?
No. It's like a mojito. You know how you take the mint leaves and you just clap,
Yeah.
and you mold it. You take the Jamaica, fresh from the ground.
Yeah.
Make it pure.
Then you muddle it.
You muddle it all with that sweet tangerine. The citrusy from the tangerine, it's going to mix well with the plant. I already see it in my head. I'm in the beach, Acapulco, my grandma being railed by the pool boy. I'm out there trying to get my rocks off with some Jamaica, with a little bit of tangerine. And here comes the spirit, Malibu. Malibu is perfect for anything.
You lost me.
Take a little bit of that sweet cocoa, Malibu. You mix it in with a Jamaica, and the citrus already, the citrusy base from the tangerine. And to climb it all off, you put a sweet, so for the color, not even for the taste, for the aesthetics only, a dragon fruit. And you call that Jamaica in paradise.
What else is in there? There's no liquids in there.
You got
There's
Malibu?
nothing but solids in there.
That's a tiki. That's
You're gonna
What
be
was the
chewing it.
spirit?
Malibu.
That's it.
Malibu, Jamaica.
Malibu's 20%. That's gonna taste like syrup.
You want to remember your good time. Jamaica in paradise. Not drunk
Okay.
out in paradise.
Okay. All right. If I had to give that a rating out of a 1 through 10, I would say a 1.
What the fuck?
I would say a 1. You didn't even say lime juice, lemon juice. You didn't.
Well, where do you think the tart comes from? The Jamaica. The hibiscus.
All right, fair. It's sour. It's earthy. Fair, but I don't know. Like you just like hibiscus, tangerine, and Malibu.
And dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit juice?
No, the fruit.
That sounds like a salad.
Consider the new bubble tea of Acapulco.
All right. 1 out of 10, Phil. 1 out of 10.
fuck?
Sorry, bud. Sorry, not very strong. Leo, you got one?
Well, I don't know, like too many tiki drinks, but what the ones I do like are rum runners, which I don't know what's in them. Every time I get them though, they're always like in a bucket. You always get a bunch for super cheap, and it always tastes like your sunburn, but super refreshing. And painkillers.
Oh, painkillers are so fucking good.
Dude, I love painkillers just because the smell of them with like the nutmeg and like the.
You ever had a painkiller, Luis?
No.
Dude, painkiller has so almost like a pina colada, but with
they're like close cousins.
Yeah, but more pineapple-y, and then they has nutmeg on top
And a lot of liquor.
and a lot. Yep.
It's like pretty much like a tiki Long Island.
Yeah, it's more like a pina colada martini. You know, like
Um,
Long
has a little
Island's get you
pineapple,
messed
it has
up.
a little
Yeah, all the
coconut.
places I've been where they like have painkillers that are restaurants, they always be like, "Oh, you only get 2 limit." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?" I wanna go. Give a quick shout out to
You
I don't know if you guys ever been there, but it's in it's called Tiki, it's in Wauwatosa, close to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I've been
They-
there. That place is
I
really
got a
good.
painkiller and it came on fire, and I was like, "Hell yeah!"
That place is so
But
good.
they only give you 2 of them because like
Yeah,
it's
well, it
that
says
powerful.
limit.
Yes.
Too.
Actually, I have had one. I've had one at Cheddar's in Kenosha.
Yes, also Cheddar's.
yes.
Dude, those things
What
are so
reminded
good.
me was you said it's got a 2 cocktail limit. I'm like, the only time I've seen that is when I had the 2 at Cheddar's, and I'm like, oh shit! Like, yeah, they're very sweet. They come in a fucking big ass glass, and they're fucking delicious. I gotta agree.
Oh,
with you.
wow.
You just keep sipping on them and sipping on them, and then before you know it, oh, it's out. You want another one, then before you know it, you're like,
All right, Leo, for your rating, painkiller and rum runner, solid 8.
Solid 8. He's just copy and pasted.
Dude,
that was the
was
whole
the
that's
point.
our assignment.
What the-
I didn't want you to reinvent your own fucking Pinterest bullshit.
You came over here with like muddle every plant you see, and then add Malibu.
Add Malibu. Exactly.
Like, oh, Malibu, that'll mask it.
Oh, Malibu.
You're gonna be like chewing it.
Munch.
Quémalo más, güey. Quémalo. Anyways, how about you, Luis?
So you had asked us to have a hot drink and a tiki drink for this challenge. So I'll start with my tiki drink first. It's a little play on the dark and stormy. So the dark and stormy uses, dark rum, lime juice, ginger beer, and then it's topped off with a lime wheel. So it's very similar to like a Moscow Mule. I think it's a great drink no matter what. However, I think if you add a very popular liquor in today's climate, which is mezcal, just add a splash on top so that you get an initial smoky taste, and then you immediately go into the sweetness of rum, the acidity of lime. I was really thinking about like how to combine acidity with sweetness, because I find personally with rum drinks, they do tend to be sweet. So I'm just trying to think of something to like offset
Balance
a
it
little bit
out
initially. And so it's starting with a nose of like smokiness and starting with like that flavor profile of like, ooh, it's a little bit bitter because of the mezcal, but then immediately being softened by the sweetness of the ginger beer and the sweetness of rum. I think that'll be a much more interesting cocktail.
Dude, I
And
think
it's also not just like a plain dark and stormy. It's like, oh, this one's like a little different.
yeah, anytime you introduce mezcal into a riff on anything, mezcal becomes a prominent character. Like, it never shows up and you're like, what the fuck is this? Right away, mezcal is in the building. Like, that yeah, it's just a very prominent, very noticeable ingredient.
All eyes on
And
it.
honestly, bro, that sounds like an incredibly smart riff. Like all like things considered, like, being like a classic, that does sound like introducing that smoky sweet element does sound like a really smart like play on flavors.
I do like that a lot.
Do you have a winter drink that you want to release?
I do, yes. It's also a little bit of a play, but this one's on a much more typical winter cocktail. The hot buttered rum. It does require you to blend a lot of shit together. Unfortunately,
Yep.
like you do have to go out of your way to.
We don't mind work. We don't mind work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're
We've
into that.
made shit like that. What was
So
your
it-
play on it, or what was describe it to the listeners who don't know?
I'll kind of explain everything, and then say how we'll make it a play, but it does use dark brown sugar, unsalted butter, honey, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, ground cloves, and a pinch of salt. And then you add your spiced rum, 2 cups of boiling water, and then you garnish with cinnamon. I think all that pairs really well together, but I think along with the cinnamon, I think stars of anise. And I think instead of adding just plain honey, which can tend to be like very I love honey in warm cocktails, but I think if you, instead of just adding honey, I think if you add like green tea or something like that, kind of like a infusion of honey and tea already, it'll make the cocktail pop a little bit more. So you're not just having like a warm rum drink that's like, oh, I'm ready for bed. It's like, oh, this is like still refreshing and
it's popping.
light enough that I would not mind ordering another one and also like keep the night going. Like,
Dude,
this isn't my go to bed drink.
Dude, another smart suggestion over here. Tea syrups are all the rage, dude. So like chai honey syrup or like an Earl Grey honey syrup or anything like that. Dude, that would be a super smart hot toddy like type riff. So
yeah,
if I had to give this guy a score, I would probably say like 9.5.
Wow.
Like you can, or 9, okay, like because he didn't reinvent anything, but you just like
just copy and paste it.
You just make really smart, like flavorful tweaks to classics, and you can, elevate that motherfucker from an 8 to a 9 to a 10. So, Phill, do you have a winter drink that you want to suggest?
Original winter drink.
We know how good your original one earlier.
Because I didn't understand the prompt, I guess.
Yeah.
But for the winter drink, hear me out. I'm glad you started off with the hot toddy because mine has a tea element as well. A nice, warm, hot flavor to it. You can start out with an Earl Grey tea. A nice, neutral, balanced tea, right? I'm a big gin guy, right? So we're going to add a little bit of gin to it to mix in with the hot
That's
tea.
smart, dude.
Now, see, it's important what gin you pick because you want your gin a little bit more botanical for this to mix in well with the Earl Grey, right? So either you're going to go with a monkey paw, right? Either go with a monkey paw, or B, add a little bit of color to it. You go with a little bit of Empress gin.
All right.
So you get the Empress gin and you got the tea right there, right? It creates this nice neutral hot paste balance, like a pH level. Think of the pool. It's neutral.
You're losing me.
No. No, hold on. Think of the pool. Let me rope you back in.
Pleasurable, bleachy pool.
But what pool? You just said the pool, not a pool.
So you already have the nice Earl Grey tea mixed in with a nice botanical gin. Now you top that off with a little bit of Squirt, baby. A little bit of Squirt, 7-Up.
How is that winter, bro?
What? See, it's the sweetness and the concentrated
Nothing
citrus.
reminds you more of a snowing night and being cozy by the fire than citrusy gin. I mean, just
Woo!
oh man, I'm ready for
All right,
bed.
bro. All right, homie.
What do you? Okay.
I'm gonna give that
Am I done?
It was like you're not done, or
Am I done?
finish up.
I'm done. Okay. Every drink needs a garnish. And this garnish, put three, not 2, not 1 or 4, 3 sugar cubes.
Is that a garnish or like?
Is sugar cubes not considered a garnish?
I guess it's just not a very poppy garnish.
And that's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
I've also never seen that in my entire life.
Yeah. Sugar
That's
cubes
like-
plus Squirt, homie.
Is this cocktail not
That's
finished?
like so
Did
much
you mean
grams of
to-
sugar.
Did you mean to put this on top? Because it's kind of.
And that's
Am I
supposed to
supposed
be
to,
a
like,
winter
mix it?
drink. What about you, Leo? Do you have a winter drink?
Well,
It's
like
good.
me personally, like I don't like a lot of hot drinks, like at all. So I guess like for me, a winter drink would just be one of those winter beers. It's like that's more of a personal standpoint. Like I don't really drink hot coffee and stuff like that. I always end up burning myself and it ruins my day. So I just stop.
I've never heard of waiting.
Like I'll drink hot cocoa once in a while, but like it just like I'll get something hot and I'll be like, oh, this is nice and warm on a cold day. You'll drink it, it'll burn your mouth, it'll ruin the rest of your day. You'll be like, I can't taste anything.
No.
Dude, that's hilarious. All right. Well, then it's no competition, Luis.
What, Luis takes it then?
You're the king of the challenge today, bro.
Yeah, you're the king of Pinterest.
We forgot to pick the punishment. So you get
punishment is you make out with me.
You get to pick a punishment for one of these two.
Who did you think?
They're the worst. I feel like.
Yeah, but
you did fine at the beginning, and then you phoned it in at the end.
But Doug,
and then you just did terrible all around.
But like everyone copy and pasted me originality.
That's not
I
true.
told you from the beginning,
paste.
modern classics.
He literally said when he asked us, he's like, look up recipes, think about how to make them different, think about how to like spin them. I didn't just say like a dark and stormy cocktail. I was like, how can I make this better?
I'll play on the dark and stormy.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. It's a modern classic.
See, you had the blueprint. I went out there and I scavenged. I went out there and I got
feel
the
like
raw
you
ingredients.
You got tea, gin, and all of a sudden squirt and
all right,
7-Up.
Luis, you get to pick a punishment for Phill.
For me?
Should you just take over like his Tinder profile for a week?
Yes, we are responding to the girl that hit him up right now. That is the punishment.
Yikes.
She's going to see this episode. Like, what the hell?
All right, boys, wrap it up for us. Thank you for joining us. You guys wrap it up because I got to hit the bathroom.
Thank you for joining us for another exciting... Hey, you saved that for 500 episodes. He's already trying to get handsy with me. He's all pumped for the 500 episode surprise.
God, has he gained weight? Look at him.
Look at him.
Stumbling around the...
Hey, man, that's married life, bro. It gets the best of us, I'll tell you what.
Very difficult.
That's the married life right there, bro.
He can't get through.
I can't get through. Very difficult.
Folks, thank you so much for joining us for another chaotic, exciting episode of Vida y Vino, brought to you by the Bro Tasters Network. Tune in next week, and every Tuesdays and Sundays we'll give a little extra video. Check out, by the time this episode's already out, we'll have a full interview with Milwaukee's very own Scam Likely, and we're going to be...
I'm glad we didn't mention anything in the beginning. That's probably what we should have opened up with.
Hell yeah. But this is the best, because this is the viewers that listen to us right now. We save the best for last. Thank you so much for joining us. Check out our YouTube. Check out our Instagram and TikTok, even though we want TikTok banned. Wherever you get your podcast, thank you so much. See you all next week.